It's fresh, it's credible, it's information, news, sports, and entertainment from and about the North Coast parishes of St. Anne, St. Mary, and Portland. Now for the news.
Season's greetings. I am Rowena Newman Ridley with the news from the North Coast Times. First, here are the headlines. Major traffic changes in some towns of Northeast Parishes. Police assigned in CISOCA bring early Christmas cheer. Murder investigation into death of former West St. Mary MP's wife. Football stalwart of Lime Hall, Mr. Clive Brown dies. St. Anne teams lose in Jamaica Premier League. And now the details. Traffic changes have taken effect in some of the major towns of the Northeast Parishes to reduce congestion and improve security. The biggest changes have been announced in Brownstown, St. Anne, and in Port Antonio, Portland. In Brownstown, parking is not permitted on Main Street and Top Road, the main thoroughfare through the town. Parking is being provided at Addison Park at a cost of $200 per hour or $1,000 a day. There has been some pushback against those measures. In Port Antonio, the marina will be used to take traffic going east around the town, and West Street will be converted to one way going west. There are also some changes to Somers Road. Details of the changes to these and other towns are provided in stories on the North Coast Times website. Christmas came early for more than 100 children in St. Anne. Police officers attached to CISOCA, the Center for the Investigation of Sexual Offenses and Child Abuse, joined with a US based charity and put on a treat in St. Anne's Bay on Saturday. Children from all over St. Anne got gifts including laptop computers, stationery balls, and personal care items and were treated with refreshment. Detective Sergeant Aiton Dennis, in charge of the Sissoko unit in St. Anne, said she was thrilled that they were able to put on the treat and lift the morale of the children who benefited. The volunteer team from Tiny Hope Mission of Florida was led by Denise Pecky. The full story with photos is available on the North Coast Times website. Please remember to subscribe to this North Coast Times News YouTube channel and never miss the news again. We will be right back after this break.
Cool Oasis service stations are the fastest, coolest service stations around. Drive through and buy your phone cards from Cool Biz. Yes, it's easy. No paper, no pin. From the fastest, coolest service stations. Quality fuels, lubricants, and refreshments at the lowest prices, the cleanest restrooms, and the smoothest service to make your drive even cooler. From the fastest, coolest service stations, get cool service and cool stuff fast at Cool Oasis service stations island-wide.
Square One Supermarket. We have been serving families for over 30 years from our St. Anne's Bay location. Our customers know we are no fly-by-night business. They've come to us for low prices, high quality, great variety, and top-class service. Depend on us to value your business and give you value. We are at 7 Brover Street, St. Anne's Bay. Call us at 972-2189. We're open to the public at 8 a.m. and close at 7 p.m. on weekdays. On weekends, we're open at 8 a.m. and close at 8 p.m. Square One Supermarket, the family supermarket.
Continuing with the news. The St. Anne police have in their custody a man they said was involved in a robbery of a phone store in Ocho Rios on the weekend. Reports are that the men broke into Cellular Town store and stole dozens of telephones. Police were alerted and set up roadblocks to apprehend the men. The car in which they were traveling was reportedly stopped in Claremont, but two of the men in the vehicle fled. However, reports are that the driver was arrested and some 20 phones reportedly seized. Investigations continue. The football community of St. Anne and the people of Lime Hall are mourning the loss of Clive Brown, who died this past Saturday. Brown helped put Lime Hall and its football on the map through his community corner league and his assistance to young footballers. He was also a correspondent for several media houses, including the North Coast Times News. He had been left paralyzed for the last 6 years and died after recently being discharged from hospital. See details and tributes on the North Coast Times website. Police have opened a murder investigation into the death of Melissa Silvera, the wife of former PNP MP for St. Mary West, Joyland Silvera. The murder investigation followed the post mortem on Mrs. Silvera that found bullet fragments in her body last weekend. It was previously reported that she died in her sleep November 10. Meantime, the People's National Party said it acknowledged with great concern the recent developments regarding the tragic passing of Mrs. Silvera. It said it supported, quote, the ongoing investigation by law enforcement agencies to ascertain the truth behind Melissa's untimely death, unquote. We will be back after this short break.
If you want great Jamaican cuisine in a relaxed atmosphere by the sea, Roxborough Restaurant, Bar and Grill is the place to be. This cozy, private restaurant specialized in seafood plus Jamaican dishes including curry goat, fried and baked chicken. We are open for breakfast at 8 a.m. and serve meals through the day until 10 p.m. Mondays to Thursdays. On Fridays to Sundays, we are open at 8:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Our bar service has got rave reviews. Come experience top-class service and fine Jamaican meals. We are easy to reach at St. Anne's Bay next to the Island Traffic Authority. Call us at 87656267225 or 5367950.
Continuing with the news, one of the better-known buildings in Port Antonio is to be demolished, with two others that pose a danger to the public. CEO of the Portland Municipal Corporation, Megan Bromwell, identified the three buildings during the monthly meeting of the council last week. The two-story Jamaica Agricultural Society JAS building on Harbor Street, Port Antonio, is one of them. Defending champions Mount Pleasant FC suffered their second straight defeat in the Jamaica Premier League on Sunday. They went down at home 2-0 against Vere United. Meanwhile, Lime Hall remain rooted in the relegation zone. This follows their 3-0 loss to Harborview Football Club at Stadium East on Monday. Harborview scored all 3 goals and killed the game before the 30th minute. That's the news and sports. You can find details of these and other stories on the North Coast Times website, northcoasttimesja.com. Remember, you can also keep up to date with news from the North Coast Times, North Coast Parishes on the North Coast Times Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook pages. Please be safe over the season. On behalf of the North Coast Times, Merry Christmas.
That's the news from the North Coast Times. You can always find more news and features on the North Coast Times website and Facebook page. You may reach us at WhatsApp 876-503-9995. The North Coast Times News.